Welcome to another one of my shitty videos, and this is going to be a part of a new series, you could say, of micro rants where I don't really have much to talk about, or the subject is just not worth making a very long video about and putting all the effort into editing it and all that. So there's not going to be anything to watch in this little micro rant series, but uh, it's about transgender people and why I personally don't like most of them. All right. So before I really get into it, I don't care what you do with your body. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. I will forever keep that mindset. And if you want to be, if you're a man transitioning into a woman, good for you. I have absolutely no problem with that. My problem is trenders, not transgenders. All right. And a trender is somebody who transitions to get attention, to get financial gain, stuff like that. They're exact people who everybody hates when it comes to transgenders, all right? And I hate people who support them, all right? Because transgender people genuinely do not care what others think. They just live their lives and go about it, all right? They just live peacefully. Transgenders are the ones who are grooming children. They're the ones who are onogotophiliacs who aren't legitimately trans, but they get off to being themselves as female. They're the ones who make a big fuss. They're the ones who post tranny pride stuff everywhere. All right, they're the one who force politics into everything that they can. All right, transgenders are the ones that everybody has a problem with. All right, and it's people like Ben Saint and similar minded people that they're the exact problem and why transgenders are such a big problem nowadays. All right, uh, they're a very vocal minority, and the problem is that most of these people don't listen. In my last video, or I think it was the video before last, I mentioned how uh, leftist people, at least the radical ones, don't really listen to anything you say, and they just pretty much plug their ears and just say you're anything or any evidence to disprove anything you say. They just say incorrect. All right. And Ben Saint had done a video with Dylan Thomas about why they were arguing whether or not Chris Chan was trans and if you should respect his pronouns. All right. And Ben Saint just absolutely refused to listen. He just said, no, you're not correct. All right. Chris Chan is completely and utterly delusional, and Dylan Thomas pointed out something very, very important. Ben Saint's like, well, if Chris says he's a woman, then he's a woman, all right? And Dylan said, well, Chris Chan also says that he's a Sonichu, so does that mean he's a Sonichu? And it's a very valid point, all right? Ben wanted to say that, well, those two are completely unrelated, that's irrelevant. But no, Chris Chan does not understand what this is all about, alright? Chris Chan does not understand what he's talking about. Chris Chan, and this is actually something that I believe a lot of transgenders do. Chris Chan, quote unquote, transition because he thought it would get him more women, alright? In Chris's demented mind, he believed that if he transitioned, he could appeal to straight women because he still had his penis, and he could appeal to lesbian women because he sexually identified as a woman. But of course, this did not happen. And I think a lot of transgenders do this. I think this is a kind of universal thing for them. But ultimately, the reason I bring this up is because Ben Saint is the exact type of person that helps perpetuate this problem. All right, they're the yes men for transgender people. And again, I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you identify as the completely opposite gender. I don't give a shit. As long as you don't force me to just blindly accept it and be okay with it, I'm okay with it. All right. So when you start forcing things down my throat is when I have the issue. And Ben Saint is the exact type of person who forces things down people's throat. Ben Saint is the type of person who enables bad behavior, who enables absolute retardation, and he's a part of the problem. But ultimately, there's nothing more that I can really elaborate on other than half these people have no real lives, and they live in these little closed off spaces where they don't really have any real interaction with other people. all they know is the boogeyman that the internet and the media feeds them, and they just blindly accept it. But again, trenders are the ones that everybody hates, and they're the ones that are the issue here. But if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you hate it or hate my opinion, please tell me in the comments down below.